Hi guys, in this video we are going to be making this awesome scene using only Blender. Okay guys, once again welcome back to the channel. I have an amazing tutorial series up, and yes, the project file is free. This is going to be a short series, and if you are watching this video, it means I've been able to fully complete the tutorial series. So hit the subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you do not miss when I upload any video. You can scroll down below and get the project files for this tutorial series for free on my Gumroad and Patreon. The link is in the description. Okay, let's get into it. In this first episode, we would be creating our lake and starting environment. We'd also be doing a little of camera placement so we don't get too distracted. But before we do anything, let's just get our scene settings correct. Alright, so let me just turn on my screencast keys so you guys can see the exact keys I use. Okay, so we are going to go into our scene settings and we are going to change to cycles. Alright, and for now I just want to leave everything as it is. I just want cycles up, and I think I like the resolution. I'm also going to divide this part like this and like this. Okay, and I'm going to bring this in and take this in also. If you are wondering, as you can see, I'm using only left mouse button just to drag. It's a click and drag feature. Alright, and I'm just going to hit 0 and enter my camera view. I'm going to click on my camera icon over here, and I'm going to go to viewport display, and I'm just going to bump my passport to 1 so I can only see my camera. I'm also going to hit this icon and turn off all the other things. I also like to work with cavity on, and that means depth of field. Let me even turn depth of field over here. It should be on over, and that's depth of field. Alright, okay, so now we can begin. So we are first of all starting with our lake. So we are going to delete the default key. This always happens, I mean. But before we just do this lake quickly, I just want to load in an HDRI. So enter rendered view, and we are going to change our color to environment texture, and I'm going to open an HDRI I got from HDRI Haven. Well, now they are Polyhaven, but I'm familiar with HDRI Haven, and I will also link this HDRI in the description, so do not worry. Anything in this tutorial series is going to be in the description. I'm going to make it available for you so that if you want to follow along, you can just go through. So I have a file here that has all my tutorial files. Let me just open it up quickly. Oh gosh, okay, tutorial assets, and the HDRI is not there. Hold up. It should be there. And I go to know these are trees. Alright, so I'm still looking for it, and I think it should be exactly where I left it. Documents, tutorial assets, HDRI, and there. So I'm going to be using the 2K version. I also link the 2K and the 4K. You could use any of them, but I would recommend 2K because in an instance like this, we are using our HDRI just for lights. It's not really going to add any detail. Okay. Now I would like to just drag this up, open the shader editor, and switch to the world view. And now we're just going to press Ctrl T so that we can have control over our HDRI. Now, if you are pressing Ctrl T and it's not working, it means you have to enable node Wrangler. So just go to edit, go to preferences, and search node Wrangler, and just make sure that this has been checked and it's on. Okay. So before we take any further steps, we would like to add our first plane. So just press Shift A and add a plane. And now we are using, well, approximately real life dimensions. I mean, as far as we can see. So we are going to scale this by 200 meters. So press S and scale by 200. Just dial 200 into your computer, and Blender reads math, so you would actually have 200. And now my PC is lagging. Wow, on my first tutorial, embarrassing. Okay, now we want to control a little bit of the HDRI. We want only the sky and the land to meet. We don't want this green building stuff. We only want the clouds and the scene. So here's where our camera comes into play. I'm going to lock my camera to view. So I'm going to click on camera and go to item view, and we are going to lock camera to view. And now as we're in our camera mode, we can control our camera as if it's a normal viewport. Okay, so now I'm just going to drag this until I get a suitable, nice presentable angle. Okay, yeah, I think I'm liking this a little bit, and I just want to zoom out a little bit. Okay, I think this is okay. And now I'm just about to let the cloud, so I'm first of all going to rotate this on the z-axis, just so, and after that I'm going to only play with the rotation when you're working on HDRIs. You don't want to touch the location, and you do not want to touch the scale, because that's really going to mess your scene up. Okay, so the Y is not working for me, so I'm going to be using X, and there we go. Okay, so now in our scene we have only clouds and we have a plane, and this to a point that fits. Oh, I forgot we're still in the camera view. Okay, so we just want to adjust our camera very well. This is not so simple. Okay, just trying to adjust our camera. I somehow like this. I want lots of the plane. I want a larger portion of the sky to show as compared to the plane. So that's what I'm trying to get right now. Okay, so the position is good enough. So now we are going to begin working on the lake itself, or the water. So we're going to enter object mode over here, and we're going to give it a new material. Okay, so we're going to first of all start with Shift A, and we are going to add in a noise texture. We're going to add in a bump node. You can just search, I mean up, it's up on top, and we'll just add a bump. We are going to hit Ctrl and T to get our color ramp. Okay, so after we have our noise texture, we are going to hold down Ctrl, Shift, and left click, and now we have a view, and I'm going to bump up the scale by 300 just to see. Okay, I think I like what we have right here. Now I'm going to plug the color into the height. Plugging the color into the height, and I'm going to reduce the strength down to 0.2 and plug the normal into the normal. And now we are just going to plug the color into the support BSDF, and we are just going to connect this. Okay, now we want to add a color ramp, so we're going to look for a color ramp, and we just put this between this. Okay, just to give us some more control. We're also going to plug from the color ramp into the height, and there we go. Okay, now by all means we know water has zero roughness, so we are going to bring the roughness all the way down to 0. We are going to make our IOR 4/3, because that's the IOR of water. IOR actually stands for index of refraction. It still doesn't look like water, so what else do we do? We're going to bump up our transmission to 1, and now we actually have water. The only issue is I'm not too satisfied with the look. I somehow want these wave things. Let me turn my camera view. I'm coming to turn my camera view off so we do not move the camera again. And I'm going to enter camera view over here. Just going to switch to rendered over here, and I'm going to turn this off. So now this looks like water actually, but like I was saying, there's not too much of what I want. So I'm going to scale a little bit. Just going to scale a little bit. And so for the Y value, I'm going to make it 2 just to see how this turns out. And yes, now we have this form of slow waves. Also, in case you want to animate your waves, you can change this to 4D and keyframe this W tab, and that would cause the ripples to move. I think I want to change the strength a little to 0.3. I feel like that's far better for me. Okay guys, thank you very much. This is the end of the first part of our tutorial series, the burning. But in this part we're just focusing on making the lake or the river, the water part. I would look for a very good name when I'm naming the video, but this is the part 1. Subscribe if you want to continue, and leave a like. Thank you very much.